Welcome again to another segment of sharing. I'm gonna try to get right into it a little bit earlier and not waste a whole bunch of time, because I haven't completely figured out my theme music and stuff yet, but I'm gonna get there. But I had a guy stormed into my studio again and bust through the door, barged through, and had on a tank top and everything, and was moving rather swiftly at me with a high pitch in his voice. And he's explaining to me, the whole concept of sharing. And I looked at my door, and it was pretty much coming off the top part of the hinges from how hard he pushed. And I'm like pointing at the door like, and he's not paying attention to anything that I'm saying, because he tells me as he places one of his hands on his hips and sticks it out sideways that the sharing concept, and he points his index finger into my face, almost like the way one would wave a imaginary gun at you. And so I got both hands in the air because I know what this means. And this type of rage that he is displaying is the one that I actually try to warn against. The whole concept of homicide and suicide. I want to try and get that to be prevented in the situation. But he proceeds to tell me that he thinks that his significant other is polishing tools and different things in other area codes. And very open about this. And my handlers are looking at me, and I'm trying to motion to them that it's okay. So he says he met him on a, warm evening in the small parts near the bay over in California, up in San Francisco. And that they established a relationship, and things was going good. Eating ice cream and twisting around, and how you, like they do with the shot glass, the wine glasses and things like that. Everything was great. Now he knew that they had built a mutual friend who would come over, play cards, and they would all go to beauty shows together and practice, putting their makeup and stuff on. And so I said, I hear what you're saying, and I don't want you to persecute me or, do something major, because I do understand the internal strength of a human that is upset about something, and because most people are not accountable for what they do, you need a scapegoat. So now I'm looking at the cost. It's probably gonna cost me over $200 to get this door fixed, but I figure it's easier for me to just pay that than to try to complain at this point about ripping my door off the hinges. So I let this person speak, and he asked me, he said, I want your advice. What should I do when you are loyal to your spouse, friend, and they don't act right? And I said, just so that you know, it's a spirit that's causing the issue, and I'm trying to choose my words wisely because I have no idea what this guy would do to me on any levels. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready for any of this. So I'm stumbling and fumbling over my words because I'm concerned about whenever anyone learns, even about the concept of the person that they are intrigued by doing something to them, and they find out that they're sharing, in this particular case, sharing, his guy with another guy, that may, it still creates a sense of shock. It still does. And that little sense of shock causes even the most wealthiest or the most unappreciative person to have to go through discomfort. So I told him that it's try not to take it personal. This thing happens, and in terms of sharing, so he's going to have to possibly make a decision on how he wants to proceed. If you feel like your relationship is worth salvaging, then you may, and I'm sorry to say this, have to accept the concept of sharing with one or more peoples. And so, even though he was very upset with me, still, and I ripped my door off my hinges, I'm still looking at that. I'm thinking about Home Depot and the price it's going to cost. Shout out to Home Depot. I do a commercial for y'all for that loop. Give me the loop. Give me the loop. But anyway, to make a very long story short, the guy ends up understanding that even he has to share his relationship with other men.